On election day, you'll see some individuals who are not precinct election officials or voters at the polling place. These people have special privileges to observe the election. Watchers, challengers, and poll book holders. All of them must present proper credentials showing their name, position, the name and title of the appointing authority, and their party affiliation. First, let's look at watchers. Watchers may be appointed by political parties or by independent candidates to observe the election, or they may be members of the media, television, newspaper, or radio reporters. Other things to keep in mind about watchers. They can enter the polls starting at 5:30 a.m. and remain until vote counting is done. They must be allowed to see and hear what happens at the polling place. They can leave and re-enter at any time, but they may not interfere with voters or election officials, handle any official election materials, or observe how a particular voter votes. Next up are challengers and poll book holders. Challengers and poll book holders are appointed by political parties or independent candidates. Like precinct election officials, challengers may question whether a voter meets the requirement to vote in that precinct. Poll book holders may simply observe the polls to see who has voted, and they may talk to the poll clerk and pick up a list of those people who have already voted. Some things to remember about challengers and poll book holders. Each party or candidate may have only one of each at the polls at any one time on election day. Watchers, challengers, and poll book holders have special access to the polls and the chute, but they're not the only people you'll see on election day. People you may see at the polling place are voters casting ballots, children under 18 accompanying a voter, precinct election officials such as inspectors, judges, poll clerks, and sheriffs, deputy election commissioners, challengers, watchers, and poll book holders with credentials, an individual authorized to assist a voter, a county election board member acting on behalf of the board, a voting system mechanic with credentials to repair a voting system, the county chairman or county vice chairman of a political party with credentials from the county election board, and the Secretary of State of Indiana, unless that person is a candidate on the ballot. Political candidates may not enter a polling place except to vote. Similarly, political party precinct committee persons and other political party volunteers are not allowed inside the polling place except at their own precinct where they are voting. They cannot post or leave campaign materials inside the polling place, but they are allowed to be outside of the polls so long as they are outside the chute. All individuals involved in election day activities at the polls must adhere to a legal standard. State law defines electioneering as expressing support or opposition to any candidate, political party, or public question. A person who commits electioneering within the polls or the chute commits a Class A misdemeanor.